Hello everyone, Zellerant here, and man did we see a lot of new stuff out on the CN live stream. It worked very similar to our global one with the Klukai Mekti announcement, but on this one we got the announcement for Leva and then Robella, who will be coming right after her, all within this same event. But not only that, if you look at this image, you can see a lot of other characters you may know from the original game. Now, I've never played it, so I can't remember all of these characters, any specifics, other than the ones that kind of stick out is the guy over here. If I remember correctly, people were telling me that's Griffin from the Griffin and Kruger company. Or was it it could be the other guy. I don't know their name specifically, but him being here. Then you had the big one. I mean, you see Lena here. You have the two main ones. But then you have this one right here. She is like Sop Mod or Soap Mod. She's another big important person within it. You can kind of tell based on her like little head thing here, which is a big thing. Cause I've seen a lot of figures of her when I'm looking for the Grils Frontline figures, and she's definitely one where I like how it looks, and so definitely gonna be a great character to get as well. I remember people. Is this Kalina, who is the original kind of mailing from the original? I don't know. Or it could be another one of the dolls. It's kind of hard to tell. But definitely gives a lot of hints of upcoming stuff we can fully expect in this game. So really big there. That was kind of the first thing noticed right before the live stream because that got posted not too long before. So that's huge. They had a bunch of new codes that came out for it. Let's see here. Yeah, a bunch of codes for them. None of them apply to us, but we do have our the new character Leva here. She is a Sentinel electric unit, and that's what we basically saw with her stuff. Now, we didn't like see kit details, so I don't know if we're gonna have the kit right off the bat. It might take a day before they start posting that. Kind of similar how they did with Klukai and Global, except with theirs, they don't have another server to kind of look ahead at to know it's coming. So we have to wait till we actually see the kit. We did get a quick look in the video, and if you go and watch the live stream, you can see that in the live stream it shows like all of her stuff there. Definitely gives me the feel of being somewhat similar to Vector, which I think a lot of people are stating, in lots of big AoEs covering the map with like electric stuff. So I'm kind of wondering to see how that works, but she is a Sentinel, so we'll see. Definitely looks really cool in her attacks, though, and all that. And I wonder if it shows here. You got some of the dorm room stuff here. And you can see all this on my Discord or the official Discord. It has a lot of this stuff as well. Then we have a new system that they announced in the game. And that it's like a new growth system. Now, there's not much details on it, but it's basically a system where you can grow your T-Dolls and their stats and stuff. It looks like it might be similar to those who've played sort of Convlaria in my last videos, the talent system, a way to just kind of permanently upgrade them through growing them. And then one thing that people saw, what does it say? Ooh, what is the post you're calling this? I think this is kind of tied to it. But we did see level N80 enemies, so that's something new. And then some more stuff. I believe this is the whole system part of it. But like level 80 enemies in there, so we'll kind of have to see how that works. So there is the new difficulty mode. And then we got, so there's two parts to it. So you have Leva, the story. There's a new QJ skin here. Do they actually show the skin? Yeah, there's a new skin for her right here that we will have come out. They actually showed all of that within the video. But definitely, finally getting a skin for her is great. Definitely one I'm going to get. And hers is a great example of one where they don't have to go the full revealing skin to also still have a good skin, because hers looks really cool. Her dorm interaction is like training with the commander a little bit. So you actually see a little bit of more interaction from the commander in the dorm. I'm wondering how that's going to work out within that system, because you can have the camera when they're doing their interactions, and some of them can look a little weird when they're doing things where they knock on the commander or something, and if you're coming from a different angle, it's just kind of like they're knocking on air. I'm wondering how that's going to work with hers in the commander. Hopefully they just put the commander just show up in there and you can watch it from that. But you have that coming out. They have a Leva skin that's coming out as well. Do they have it here? I don't see her skin in this post. But it's a skin. It kind of looks similar to Springfield's, a blue little skin there. But you have that. You have Mosin Nagant winter skin, another free one. Just like how we got Klukai for free, Mosin Nagant is getting a free one here. They actually don't have it censored in this little ad. They had it censored in the video. It'll be a free skin for her. She is getting her expansion key. which and there's actually more than just her though. She's getting her expansion key, Lena's getting her expansion key, Suomi is getting her expansion key, and Nemesis. I'm wondering what we're going to be seeing with Suomi's expansion key. We don't know what's coming with it, but Suomi's like that first one that was a tier 0. She's kind of fallen off now a little bit because her sustain is the best in the game and still the best, but it's not as needed. But she's still tier 0 when it comes to sustain and a member of the ice team. So I'm wondering what they're adding to her. Maybe it's more damage amp. We'll just kind of have to see what she gets with her. So that one might be crazy. I'm really excited to see what Mosin Nagant has as well. Mosin Nagant is really good if you get her to V6. So I'm wondering how this expansion key is going to interact with her V6, or is it just going to make it easier for her to work at a lower dupe level? Either way, she's going to be great regardless because of what... she is going to work extremely well, I fully expect, with Leva overall. Same thing with Lena. Lena's one that I'm going to be heavily saying that people, if you're wanting to go into electric, I really like Lena's kit. I like her common key. I like her weapon and everything kind of around her kit. She's originally being one that, you don't need a lot of her stuff because the content doesn't require it. But I think it's with her interactions with Leva are going to be great. We'll just have to see when we see the stuff there. So it's going to be good to see what we get for that. We're going to have now the Covenant or Oath for Lena and Leva are added. So now those that wanted to oath them, that's getting added with this one in CN. We've noticed that they're coming a little bit earlier for Global, so maybe we'll get those as soon as she comes out for Global. Who knows? Now, we know Lena's quite a bit off right now because we know the next 5 units, but we'll eventually get her. And then we have the part 2. So this is the second part. This is where we're going to get Robella, who is also another electric sentinel. Now, they did not showcase her skills or anything like they did Leva, other than that we can tell that she is a sentinel electric as well. So it's kind of crazy that electrics, I think they have 4 sentinels now if you include both of them. So that's going to be pretty crazy. She's got a new skin, the Racing Queen skin. They didn't really showcase that one. I think they just showed it like this. Yeah, so she's going to come with this skin, so a nice skin there for those. This is the more fan servicey one that we've seen in it. So a nice skin for her overall. And then we have another Vector one. And that was this one right here. So that one looks pretty cool. I actually like this one for Vector. I like this one better than her default one in terms of your just default looking casual wear look. And then we have the mini games. There's a bunch of, they're bringing a bunch of them back. Gallery Shooter, which is just your Nikkei mode. That one's going to have, that one has Klukai, not Klukai. I don't think Klukai was in it. Who was it? Are they actually showing it here? I might be mixing them up. Oh, and they actually do. Okay, here was the skin too. I didn't see it in the images, but here is Leva's skin. But it has all the main characters kind of coming back from here in that. But it is the Nikkei minigame. The motorcycle one looks really cool. It kind of, someone mentioned it looks like the Final Fantasy VII one if you've played that, and when you're escaping Midgar, that kind of deal. And you have 3 choices between Leva, Vector, and Klukai for the minigame. They have more for the roguelike. That's getting some expansions. That Monopoly chess type games coming back. And then on the part 2, you're going to get Oath for Robella and Giant Yu there. So, man, they're just adding the Oath for everybody, like, very quickly now. Because they're coming out, like, by default now, plus they're adding it on to the ones that are missing from the originals. So, hopefully, we're going to get them even quicker and global on that. And so, here's, like, all the new additions and future developments. Motorcycle racing video game, that upgrade system, more stuff for the Tarkov exploration mode, which we are getting that mode in global. We're just getting like the starting version of it. They're getting more added to it. We're getting K2 SSR weapon model, a battle pass award rework, new materials and rewards, reduced to 23 days per cycle, and that makes sense. I mean, you max it out for quite a long time if you play this game daily. I'd rather them just have it come more often than keep getting that end of cycle one. And then, if I'm not mistaken, it has materials that go towards the growth system as well as adding in the new weapon improvement stuff, which I think it was already in the previous one, but it's going to still be included here. New profile backgrounds and loading screen CGs, so you have like a little new background system for your profiles that you can get. They'll kind of be like, it's similar to your titles and all that, except it's another little background part for it. We have a Nurse skin and Cinerisi Summer skin that were teased. Those were work in progress, which are they showing here? Oh, we just got another post here as I'm saying this. So yeah, so you have the teasers on the skins here, as well as the another Vector one that looks like a schoolgirl one. Here's her racing one. And as I'm doing this video, their posts are coming out. I was waiting for the big post that kind of gave the whole breakdown because I was trying to do this video through their live stream. It was 2 hours long, and it was tough just kind of trying to select out the points that we saw everything. So I was like, oh, finally got a post that kind of broke everything down, which is why this is nice. And they're still posting stuff as I go. So we have that. We have the Klukai Tactical, Suomi Summer, and Sharky Summer skin updates. So it says updates there. So I don't know if that means... Oh, I get that. Okay, I think this is what... Because we had the Klukai one, if you remember, on our global. They said it's going to have the ability to customize it. I'm guessing that's what this one is. More customization options for those skins are coming in that patch for them. So that might mean they might be coming fairly quickly for us on the global side, because they've already teased it to us. So if they're putting it in the CN version, we'll actually get to see it in action, and then we may get it fairly quickly on the global side, because they have been doing that. Yeah, PC port this summer, so we can expect the PC port for Grils Frontline 1 this summer. Now, it just was telling that it's coming out this summer. There was no actual details on it. I will say, once we do get the PC port, I don't know if it's going to be only CN only or not. Well, hopefully they'll have an English version to it. But it will be ported this summer, and we'll kind of have to see what it encompasses. But once we have that and the officially known, I do want to start playing the Grils Frontline game through the story, and I will be live streaming that. I think that'll be a great thing to live stream. If it's CN only, then I may just play through it on the English version. The reason I'm not doing it right now is because if it is like an offline mode where you can play it without it being connected to the main game, I don't want to have to start over if it's like not connected to it in terms of your account. So I've been kind of waiting for this, so hopefully we get all the information we can on it this summer, and then I will plan to live stream an entire playthrough of it, and I will actually put it into a playlist within my videos for anyone that kind of wants to watch it. I might try and cut it down to just story bits too, because from what I understand, it's really long. And then we have new dial teasers, possibly. So we have Type 100, M200, and Sexton's Helena DP12, question mark. So are we potentially getting versions of like Sexton's was a bad guy, but it seemed like it's kind of in the story so far where we're at, it seems like she's not, if I remember, they're like working on her. She's not actively a bad guy or something. She was not dead, but she was inoperable last time I remember in the story, so maybe she's converting to their side. Who knows? I don't know how the story is working there. But the ones that were the most obvious was the Type 100 and M200. So they are the teased next units, and you can kind of see it right here. And it's an AR, or it's a sniper and an SMG unit that'll be coming there. No other details other than that, so we don't really know anything about them other than what they are weapon-wise based on what people can tell through that. Elmo exploration and interior scenes by July, and they did mention every month it's delayed that they will get 10 polls for every month that it's delayed past their date they gave. So that's crazy there. We'll still have to put that in our feedback now that we saw this, and every month that loadouts are delayed, give us a 10 poll or something. Because I was like, that's what we need them to do that for some of those quality of life stuff. Story mode EX difficulty is work in progress. Enemies will be scaled to your commander level. So they just mentioned it. Not that it's coming out, but it is a work in progress for some difficulty. And then Platoon League game mode. So some more Platoon stuff coming out, which will be sweet. Anything that can work well with the Platoon. My Platoon's always recruiting right now. If you're still looking for a Platoon or you want to join a new one, I have a second one that's pretty much always got open spots up. You can get in my second Platoon that is run by the YouTuber Shrike. And then if we ever have spots open up in the main one, I try and recruit from that pool first. So if anyone from that Platoon wants to get into the main one as people leave or as we get bigger, I pull from that. So yes, if you want to do that, new Platoon stuff. And then we kind of have all the images here relating to all these updates. Let's see. So we have the Leva, her gun. Here is, as you can see, it looks just like Klukai's stuff with its own new background and its whole story modes here. Definitely going to be fun. I can't wait till we get to this point in our game as well. They just keep adding stuff that this game's just getting better and better as we get farther into it. You have Robella, her gun, the QJ skin. You have Leva's skin, Mosin Nagant skin, her racing skin for Robella. The Vector one that's more casual skin. I think this is just another image. Oh, this just went back to the front, didn't it? Yeah, it just right back to that. So that's all that. Here you can kind of see the battle pass changes. So you can like see some new little currency showing up. I do like that it does. I mean, I think this has already been in there, but the new power chips are in here. But you have this new extra little currency stuff in it as well. Now, I think there is a new reason to want to pull or buy the top package now with this new stuff added in here. So I think there is now a better incentive to get the upgraded battle pass, like the elite one or whatever, not just for the banner or in the polls, but this thing, whatever it is as well. So definitely great there. Some more rewards on that. And in this post, I think it just had, yeah, more. This was just all related to the skins. So that is pretty much everything. Lots of big stuff coming up. I mean, it's just, this game just gets better and better for me. I'm really liking the game. Global's doing great, and CN's doing great, and I can't wait till we start actually getting to these points in the game. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what your thoughts are on this patch for CN, if there any of this stuff that you want to kind of see come to Global early. I mean, I know we're waiting on electric units on Global. We pretty much skipped over Lena and Jian Yu, but I'm fully expecting Leva and her full kit. Like, we don't know the numbers or anything on it yet. I'm fully expecting them to be brought up and made, in getting them up to par with meta in that aspect. And I think we may see something like Leva coming a little bit earlier to kind of boost up Lena and them so that it can incentivize people to pull them. So hopefully we'll get that when we'll get some more news on that once we start getting through our current roster that we have coming up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like my content, if you could like, comment, subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.